Hello guys, I am back. Yes, I know it's been a while, but I'm back. And this video, as you can tell, I'm not going to be doing my hair. I'm going to be talking about my hair journey. Journey that I've been on as far as how long it took for my hair to grow to the length that it is now. Has my hair been like this all my life? Have I done the big chop? Did I get a perm? But yeah, like some of the questions that may be running through your minds as you watch my videos, or some people may think that everything comes naturally and easy to me, but guess what, sis? It does not. Well, it did not, and it still doesn't. How I learned to manage my hair, how I learned to love my hair and understand it, and porosity and hair types. We're gonna get into all of that. Just keep watching. But before, go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload, and keep watching. Make sure you like, comment, let me know you're watching. If you're new here, please comment, say hi. If you see me look down, I have my notes down here on my phone, so I want to make sure I'm staying on track and not forgetting anything. But again, this is my hair journey video. I'm gonna definitely insert some pictures so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about and what I'm referencing to as I'm talking, so you'll understand. Most people are visual. Some people are visual learners. I am, so it'll help you see that my journey was not all fancy and glitter and rainbows. To start off, I will let you guys know I was born with curly hair, obviously. I guess I should say I didn't start out with a perm. My mom, she would do my hair every 2 weeks-ish. I know for a fact around high school, she would still help me out and do my hair, or I should say middle school, every 2 weeks. And then around high school time, we went to the beauty shop every 2 weeks to get our hair done. And but before then, I didn't know anything about natural hair. I just knew it was time to get my hair washed, and she would straighten it every time. So that was it. I knew I had a wave pattern to my hair. I knew it wasn't straight when it was washed. Nobody's hair is straight, like not African Americans, but I didn't know the texture of my hair. So I didn't care. Like, I just knew it was time to get my hair done, and that's just what it was. But I'll fast forward a little bit to 2007-ish. Again, before then, I would every 2 weeks go get my hair not flat iron, but pressed with a hot comb. I was still getting that done, and it was fairly long. I have to find the picture. It was probably like a little bit below my breast, mid back length, straightened, and it was still healthy, but heat damaged. And at the time, I didn't know. But so that was high school. All my high school years. I graduated 2006. You do the math. 2007 or 8, I knew I was going off to college, and I was like, I don't feel like trying to find anybody that's gonna want to do my hair. So and also that was my excuse, but the main reason was probably because I wanted to try to see what a perm was like, because my sister had a perm at the time as well. So all of that going on, I'm like, yeah, let's just do it. I'll get a perm, and then that way I don't have to manage my hair as much as far as getting it straightened while I'm in college and away from my beautician. So that was just the thing. And then even when I first got my perm, it was still pretty thick and it seemed healthy. And I'll insert that picture as well. So yeah, like that time I also used like a box color. My cousin helped me do that. I've never had my hair professionally colored. And even that didn't really like take my hair down the roughest part of my journey. That wasn't as bad, but so the roughest part of my journey was when I started to go get my ends trimmed by people like Great Clips, Walmart, places like that, that you can just kind of walk in and be like, hey, I need you to service my hair, whatever. And so yeah, like I went to Great Clips every 2 weeks or however often I felt my ends need to be trimmed. So eventually that was starting to wear on my hair. It was getting shorter and shorter, and I didn't really realize it until I would like look back at pictures. And but I would try to stick to the same person that did my hair. Like I would go in and I'll say, hey, is this person here? Yes, no. If not, I will let someone else do it depending on how bad my ends were. But for the most part, I tried to make sure the same person that trimmed my ends the last time would be there that time, so they could stay, like some type of consistency would be there. So but I really remember finding this one girl, and I was like talking to her about what I wanted with my hair, and I was like, yeah, I just wanted to kind of be, mind you, again, I still have a perm. I was like, I want it to be kind of flowy, so when it blows in the wind, it's just like flowy, you know what we were looking for back then. We had perms. But she's like, okay, cool, I got you. I'm gonna take these scissors and I'm gonna go in through your hair, and I'm gonna make it a little bit less thick and just kind of make it flowy. Just, relax, I got you. And me, I'm like, okay, cool, yes, do that. And I let her do it. And when I got up, I remember my sister saying, I can tell a difference in your hair. And she's never said that before. And I was just like, really? And then, always when you go get your ends trimmed, you always like put it in the ponytail and try to like feel and see how long, how much they really cut off. So I did that, and I remember feeling like, oh wow, like maybe a lot more than I thought was cut off. So then you'll see where my hair is like right here. It went from like down here to like right here, and it was kind of like, what are you gonna do now? I kept getting it trimmed, and then at that time I was also getting my hair cut in layers, and I loved it. And I still don't mind layers now, but going to a place like that where you're at Great Clips, where it's multiple people doing your hair and you're letting them trim layers into your hair, those layers can get shorter and shorter and shorter because everybody's different. So time goes on, and I'm realizing like I really don't want to have to keep going back home or going to my beautician just to get a perm. I don't really feel like finding anybody up here. I was just kind of out of the mood of wanting to sit in the salon. So I never really cared about doing my own hair. It wasn't a problem for me. So I began to stop going, or my stretch was a little bit longer with getting a perm. And then I was like, okay, I think I can manage this. And then one day I must have like washed my hair and let it kind of air dry, and I saw some waves. I was like, oh, I forgot that my hair is like naturally curly. But it didn't really work. When you have a perm, although your hair is naturally curly and you let it air dry, it don't work. If you've ever tried it, it doesn't work. So yeah, that was a fail. I'll insert a picture of how my hair looked when I kind of let it air dry, but it was still had a lot of perm on it. Yeah, it's not the best look. But that was the beginning to me seeing my natural hair, what it can do if it didn't have a perm, and what I was going to be up against without getting a perm. So 2010 is where I start like the real serious pictures, or like most of the pictures that I have. That's where you'll see where I began to transition, and I was just getting like my roots were starting to come out a little bit. And then in the beginning, like the first inch of your hair is kind of hard to tell exactly what your texture is going to be like, or I should say half inch. It all just kind of looks crazy because you're so used to a perm. But once it started to grow out, I could tell that it was like much curlier than it was with the perm and letting it air dry that way. Because I still had some form of a curl pattern with my perm. It just wasn't my natural curl pattern. It was like the dead, damaged curl pattern. So my hair type, with that being said, my hair type, honestly, I have like 3 different types of hair in my head. But the most is probably going to be like type 4, but I have some type 3C as well. And to be specific for some of my curl girls that like to know like the specificness of the curl pattern, I'd say, if I had to say and be specific, I would say 3C, 4A, and 4B. But all of that is in there because the middle of my head is just kind of like, oh, are we curling today? But then like the perimeter of my head is like, it's pretty consistent with maybe like a 4A. But yeah, so that's my curl type. And for years, I didn't know what, it was hard for me to keep up with low porosity and high porosity hair. And to be honest with you, I just really realized that my hair was high porosity hair. I can get good moisture in my hair. So that's a good thing, but back then I didn't know. But that's just a little nugget to drop to let you know about how my hair is. So 2010 is when I decided to not get the perm anymore, not try to worry about finding a beautician and just kind of do it on my own. And it was I won't say it was rough. I think I just kind of still maintained and treated my hair as if I had a perm. When it came down to combing my hair out or detangling my hair, I was probably still like raking through dry hair and just kind of like, and then I look in the sink and it's like little pieces of hair, like tiny pieces of hair in the sink. That's breakage. Not a good look. But I didn't know. Again, like my hair is like right here at this time when I'm choosing to stop getting perms and to kind of just do it on my own. And so 2010, whenever I started to transition into I decided to begin to love my natural hair again and transition into my natural curls and doing my own hair. I began to let it just kind of grow out on its own and love on it and oil it. Research, I was on YouTube all the time, probably like more than I was studying in college. But so 2011, I probably had, the picture I have that I'll insert, I probably had about half of my head permed, half of it natural. So what I would do was I would use perm rods. They were still my friend, okay? Like the yellow ones, the smaller ones, I would twist my hair up, or I would even just kind of like let it wash it in like a wash and go, and then I would roll up the ends of the perm like up until my natural hair to kind of try to blend those textures, the healthy and the unhealthy hair. Because it is what it is. When you see your permed hair up against your natural hair, it totally looks unhealthy. But before I had about half of my head that was not permed anymore, I would still straighten my hair. Like when it was probably about this much, I would still kind of straighten it, but not as much, not frequently, not as often. And that was just how I transitioned that way, and you couldn't tell a difference. So yeah, I'll insert a picture where I was still kind of still in the transitioning mood, and I'll insert a picture where I was still transitioning and straightening my hair, but not as often. So then you'll see more pictures where I began to not straighten it as much because I noticed that I could blend it better with the perm rods, or even with me still going to get my ends trimmed, more of the perm was coming off. So you could start to see like, okay, I don't have as much permed hair anymore. So it was starting to flow a little bit better, but it looked mad short though, of course. But I was just beginning to love my curls. So I didn't care. Like I didn't really care much about the length anymore. And I started to realize that, okay, when my hair is long, when my hair is curly, you can't really tell how long it is anyway, unless I pull it down and stretch it. So I didn't really care as much. Then also in 2011, I got happy and bleached my hair. Bleached it like right up in here, and I'll insert that picture. And it still didn't look too damaged, but bleach is never a great thing. Natural hair is better than bleached hair. But if you know how to handle your bleached hair, you can still rock your natural and it be healthy with the bleached hair. I was still learning. It didn't damage my hair as bad, but I could tell a difference that it wasn't as curly as the rest of my hair while my hair was bleached. The bleach was wearing out. It was growing out. And more of my curls were popping and bouncing and springing. And this picture is like the shortest my hair ever looked, because it was like pretty much all the way natural. Like the perm was gone from me getting my ends trimmed so frequently, or just like the natural trimming process. 2012, you could start to see a little bit more growth, and I could actually still see a little bit more of the bleach color in there as well. I guess the other picture didn't show it, but anyway, yeah, you can see a little bit more growth. It was still curly, but still shrinking. The shrinkage, honey, my hair, the shrinkage is real, but it was getting longer. And then here's a picture where I decided listen, it was so many pictures I could show, but I was trying to keep it short, even though this is probably still gonna be kind of lengthy. I skipped from 2012 to 2015 to kind of bring you up really quickly and not take you and bore you down my journey, okay? But you'll see mega growth because it was years skipped in between. So I didn't do anything specific or anything magical in between 2012 and 15. It was just years in between these two pictures that's about to be shown. But this next picture is where I used, I did a blowout, and I just used flexi rods, not flexi rods, I'm sorry, but the wand curlers, and I curled the ends of my hair. And that definitely shows growth between the years in the straightening part. So it was straightened about like right here at that time. And mind you, like 2010, it was like up here. So here's another picture of not the straight, but like I did a wash and go, and you can definitely see growth from up here while it was curly to like right here. And 2015, here's where I did like a soft flat iron for a wedding, and then I did curlers. In 2016, here was my kind of like a blowout, but it was more like I'm not gonna do much to my hair, like I'm just gonna kind of let it breathe and flow. And it was big and I loved it, so I was like, cool. 2019, yes, I skipped some years again. This picture is where I did a blowout, and I just braided it to give it like the not so like bone straight look, but blowout look with some waves. And of course, you know how natural hair is. It was probably super wavy as soon as I took the braids down, and then the weather hit it and it was like poof, a big blowout again. But this is like showing length in 2019. I kind of have like the rubber bands being like curling up my end, so it's probably about like right here. So rolling on to 2020, like this year, like actually like June-ish, here's where I did a kind of like a mini twist out. I mean, a mini twist, but I think it was between like twist out look and mini twist. It's a little bit bigger, but this is it, and it's showing a little bit of growth as well. And then this next picture is showing my curls, and it wasn't really, or maybe it was like a wash and go, and I just pulled it back into like a I just put it back at the top, just kind of doing a different style. But it's like right here. You can see some growth there. And then this next one was from August of this year. And you could really see significant growth. And my curls like right here. And that I think my hair was still a little bit damp. And that is a game changer too. And it depends on what products I put in my hair as well. If I use gel, it kind of shrinks up a lot more because it's heavier than using like a lighter leave-in conditioner, and then it'll kind of give me that shoulder length curl setting. And this last picture is from my birthday, where I did like the connected 3 ponytails, and I did a braid, and it's not straightened, it's like just my natural state, and it's mid back length, and that's not straightened. And again, if you follow me on here, you know that I talk about not using heat and things of that nature. So I have not updated my bone straight look yet. I will, but not right now. I will do a blowout video soon because I have to do, like, I'm in another wedding soon, and my hair has to be kind of straightened with some curls. So I'll go in and probably do more like a kind of like the picture I showed you in 2019 where it's braided, just to kind of stretch my hair. I'll do like a straightening method, stretching your hair without heat. But yeah, so that's my journey. I know some people probably look at my videos and they're like, sis, like, you never had any problems. But I do. Like, my journey is very relatable to several people. Like, I didn't know what I was doing with my hair. I just learned recently, a couple years ago, like how to really treat my hair and not just to go off of what other people say. Like, learn when products are healthy for your hair and when products are not healthy for your hair. When you have products that make your hair feel brittle when you're washing it, or feel stripped and rough, and it just doesn't feel healthy, then you probably don't need that product. And just know that everything is not going to work for you that worked for someone else. And just kind of spend time with your hair. Yes, spend time with your hair. And that's what I had to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you feel a little bit closer to me and understanding me, and knowing that I'm not a perfect girl over here doing my hair, and it's just been a perfect world for all the years of my life. It has not been. I'm still open to discussion as far as what can be better for my hair, because I'm still learning as well. Still learning. I'm getting older, and my hair may change up on me and be like, you gotta do something else, sis. So yeah, just thank you for watching if you kept up with me this long. And don't forget to like my video, subscribe, comment, leave a comment, and let me know. Let me see you. I want to see who my friends are on here. I hope you guys are having a great day, great week, great night, whatever time you're watching this. And your lives are filled with love. Bye-bye.